I remember my parents waking me up and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No,
which
you
was
didn't. No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. You watched animation. You watched animation. So you associated what you saw with...
I have very hazy memories.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Good to the last drop. Now.
Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen, so in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going. But I think I know. Because we didn't. Because we didn't. Because we didn't.
Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go. And this new system that we're building is going to allow us to go beyond and hopefully take humans into the solar system to explore. So the moon, Mars, asteroids, there's a lot of destinations that we could go to, and we're building these building block components in order to allow us to do that eventually.
This next-generation spacecraft will enable America to explore beyond low Earth orbit.
We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go.
The kinds of technologies that we're testing out on Space Station are definitely helping us with our goals of going beyond low Earth orbit.
Early in the next decade, a set of crewed flights will test and prove the systems required for exploration beyond low Earth orbit.
You serious?
Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Get in Nibu. Get out of here for real. I'm saying get out of here for real. I'm saying get out of here.
Waiting concern.
Of the external fuel tank taken by mission specialist Karen Nyberg yesterday out of the aft flight deck window of Discovery, just moments after Discovery had reached its preliminary orbit following its launch at 4:02 p.m. Central Time from the Kennedy Space Center.
Hey! I'm getting tired of your ass, man. You ain't gonna come over here and keep talking to me like I'm stupid.
How dare you insinuate men could ever lie? I'm appalled. Alrighty, we're going to get to the bottom of this. Can you see stars from space? First up, Don. Well, then you got a leak, Pettit. And Mike Massissimo. Watch these two and you decide. Are these two men honest? After that, we're going to hear some others and we will get our definitive answer. Here goes.
Whilst
from
in
Mark
space,
Cameron. This is from Mark Cameron.
Whilst in space, have you ever looked away from Earth into the black void?
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me!
Yeah.
Yeah,
because you can see. Yeah.
All right, we'll be keeping track so that we can get a definitive answer here. So far, we've got Mike and Don both say yes, you can see the pinpoints of starlight from space. Who's next?
And when you're in space and you're looking into deep space and you're on the sun side of the orbit, the sunlight washes out all the starlight, so you can't see any stars, just like here on Earth.
All right, that's Leroy. He's a no.
We were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon by eye without looking through the optics.
The sky is a deep black when viewed from the moon, as it is when viewed from cislunar space, the space between the Earth and the moon.
The sky, of course, was black, but it had sort of a velvet sheen to it.
The biggest visual surprise was just how black the sky was. You have a brilliant sun, brighter than any sun you normally would see, even here in New Mexico. You have these extraordinarily high mountains. We were in a valley deeper than the Grand Canyon. But then you have this black sky, a sky blacker than black.
When you look out into deep space away from the sun, it's the darkest black you can imagine.
Just the inherent beauty of it, the velvet, bottomless bucket of the universe.
If you're there in the daytime of the moon, you see a full night sky of stars, even with the sun in the sky as well. You don't see stars in the daytime on Earth, not because they're not there, but because the atmosphere is aglow with scattered light from the sun. If you take away the atmosphere, the sun will still be there, but the sky goes dark. That's what the folks get when they go to the edge of the atmosphere, and they're calling that the edge of space. But when you get to the edge of the atmosphere is no longer between you and the rest of the universe, and the stars reveal themselves just as they would at night. So everyone knew this. So you see these photos.
I've often tried to explain the difference between darkness, when you turn out the lights and it's dark in here, or blackness. Blackness is the endlessness of it all. It's hard to comprehend.
Well, it certainly looks like these guys have no clue.
You gotta be kidding me! Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
When Alan Dulles brought in all the Nazi scientists and so forth, they went to two places. They went to CIA and they went to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which in our world we call it not a space agency. Which in our world we call it not a space agency.
That was good.
You gotta tell me what it's like to be in space.
What's it like to be in space? Well, it's a lot like being in the pool here. It's a lot like being in the pool here. It's a lot like being in the pool here. It's a lot like being in the pool here. It's a lot like being in the pool here. It's a lot like being in the pool here.
Okay, Doug, the wire tie is removed in my trash bag. I'll bring it home for you and give it back to you.
Tracy, so we take a look at this.
Tracy, so we take a look at this. Tell everybody what we're looking at.
Tracy, so we take a look at this. Tell everybody what we're looking at.
Vision camera from the helmet camera of Sergei Rosansky. He
switch to the open position. Yes, and then what?
They're beside the station's arm for some number of months. They're going to retrieve it and move it over to an external stowage platform coming up today.
You gotta tell me what it's like to be in space.
What's it like to be in space? Well, it's a lot like being in the pool here.